collar chokes from that position 2 of the quarter guard, the quarter position, or the turn. Okay, can I borrow Curtis? All right, so we're gonna start in our front headlock, position 1, just like always. All right, just review just the first step in the quarter position. So we start here with our chin strap, right? Remember, knee down, cupping the chin, holding the head like a football. I control the tricep, okay? If he has his knees and elbows connected, connect your elbow, yes, right there. So I need to own the space between here and here. So I'm gonna give him a good little pull, make space, insert my knee, and pivot. And here we are, we're in position 2. Okay, so now let's rotate, all right? So the same side that I'm on, that hand, so I'm on the right side, my right hand's always gonna be my choking hand. Okay, left hand, I like to kind of use my elbow to cover the hip and just create connection. Okay, so with this hand right here, what I want to do is I want to try to find that same side collar. All right, so I'm finding his left lapel. Okay, you don't got to find too high, just grab it. All right, right here, I can find it. Nice. I want to make sure that I open the collar. Okay, I don't want to kill the space there. All right, killing the space, yeah, it's tight up against his neck, but now I'm not able to really get my thumb up into this carotid artery. Okay, so what I want you to do is when you find it, I actually want you to open it. So now I have all this space right here where I can slide as deep as I really need to. Okay, so once we're here, right, my left hand in this case is going to find the collar and it's going to open it up. All right, grab that same collar with the thumb and slide it up to the neck. Okay, once your thumb pretty much hits his trachea, that's about as far as you need to go. Okay, you don't need to worry about going like super deep because the motion of this clock choke is what's going to tighten up the choke. Okay, but you still want to get, don't just grab anywhere. So slide up, boom. Once it hits the neck, you're good to go. Okay, now the hand that was opening up the collar, it's going to find the other lapel. Okay, same idea. Don't worry about it getting too high. All right, just find it. Boom. All right, here we go. So here, starting off position 1, I pull, insert the knee, and pivot. Here we are. Find the lapel, thumb finds it, and slide up. Right there. Okay, big thing is when you're grabbing the lapel, don't get too much other material, right? If I grab his lapel and I got all this extra shoulder meat in there, right, my grip is like weaker, right? It's like this. So when I just grab the lapel, just focus on having your fingers along these seams right here. Now when I can grab with a nice tight grip. It's going to be a stronger choke and it's going to be hard for him to break it off. So we're here, boom, we got it. Lock it in, grab the other one. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to shoot my hips forward, making sure that my head stays down. I want to put all my weight on the top of his neck and head. Okay? So we're here. I got the choking position. I cinch it all in. Watch. My leg kicks out. And watch how I keep my head down and I shoot my body forward. Look, all my weight is now on top of his shoulders. Head stays down. I continue to move in a clockwise motion. And that's where you get the choke. Okay? So the choke isn't coming from just cinching the grips. You have to have that clockwise motion. It's what's putting tension on that choking hand. Okay? Very, very simple. It's clock choke. So you move nice and long steps. Okay? Don't do little short, little choppy steps, and make them slow and methodical. You don't need to rush to get to the other side. So we're here. Open, snag, snag. Boom. Lock our elbows down. Head comes down. Watch the hip comes forward. All my weight is on top of his shoulders. And then I walk. Okay. Another angle. Okay. So I got the insert knee. I'm here. Open the collar, slide up and grab it. Boom. Find the other lapel. Okay, if I shoot my hips forward, but my head's up, it's going to make it easier for them to start posturing back up into me and maybe coming up on top. I really need to do a good job of keeping all my weight head down here. Okay? And then I walk in this motion. Okay, so we already got the insert, right? We got the knee. Open, snag the lapel, find the other one. Okay, you posture up so you can see. That's what I'm doing right here. Lapel choking arm, supporting arm. Okay. Head stays down. Shoot the hips through. Boom. Just like that. I'm going to loosen up the choke a little bit just for here. Big steps. 1. See, notice how it's pulling on this arm right here. As I circle, this arm gets pulled deeper and deeper. That's what's causing the choke. Okay, so don't just grab the arms and try to squeeze. I need to have some kind of like separation. 4, grab, grab, boom, lock it in, leg comes out, and then shoot the hip forward. Alright, very simple, okay? Slide up, grab the other one, head goes down, shoot the hips forward, and I walk in that clockwork motion. Okay? Any questions? Alright, let's find a partner. 1, 2, 3. Morning race, boosters. Okay? And there's a lot of variations on how you can do that, not the clock movement, but how you can secure the person. I need counter pressure in the other direction. Okay, so that's why I grab the other lapel. Okay, so I need something kind of pushing off against him so that he can't just circle with me. Right? If I just have this one lapel by itself and I try to do it, he's just going to circle with me. Circle with me. Circle with me. Right? So I need something like a counter force that's stopping his movement. Okay, and that's in this case, it's the other lapel. Okay. Right. It's holding the other lapel and having my elbow tight is what's keeping him from just kind of continuing to circle with me. Okay, so I need some kind of counter. You can do it by grabbing his inside one-on-one, right? You do the same thing. It's just creating slower motion for him, right? So he can't just circle really, really quickly, okay? So you can do this a lot of different ways, okay? So we'll do another variation, okay? So I get the same grip initially, okay? And I go to find the second one and he hand fights me. He doesn't want me to get that second grip. Like the second I get that second grip, he's like, oh shoot, I'm done. Okay, so he's blocking that second grip. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in front of his head, and I want to like put my elbow right on his ear on top of my own forearm. My own choking forearm, right on top of it, right there. Okay, so now I use my elbow as that counter force that I can push against while I pull on the choking hand. Okay, so again, we're here. I get my first choke. I go for the second one. He's blocking that grip. So I come here. Everything stays the same. I'm pushing with my elbow against his ear, pulling on the choking arm. Head goes down. And I get the choke. All right, it's the same movement. All right, I'm just creating a different counter force because he's blocking me from getting my second grip. Okay, you can do the same thing with the one-on-one. All right, you could probably do like a crab ride. You can hook on the inside of the person's thigh. Come here. All right, if you rotate a little bit, I can wedge the inside of his thigh. And do the same kind of choke. Right, I'm just slowing him down from just following me. All right, that's all it is. There's a lot of different ways you can play around with it. Okay, so this is just one. So this is just bringing the elbow in front because he's blocking my second grip. I come here. See, I'll go nice and deep. And not just like putting it on top. It's like, I boom. I cover my own wrist. Head down, and circle. Okay. All right, that was, fairly simple, okay? You can play around with grabbing the one-on-one, the far side one-on-one, okay, whatever you want to play with, doing that little crab ride on the far thigh, you could do that, okay? But let's all work on this kind of like elbow variation to the clock choke. All right, any questions? All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, time. All right, last one. All right, last one. All right, this one's a little bit more difficult, so I always save it for the last, okay? This is Curtis's favorite.
I like this.
This is Curtis's favorite. All right. So we're here, okay? I'll show it from a few different angles because it's a little bit more involved, but it's okay. So we're here. Boom. All right. For whatever reason, maybe he's blocking the hand from getting the first one. Maybe I don't like this one, okay? Also, another reason might be he's grabbing this foot. Come inside, like grab inside. Yeah. So now I can't shoot my hip forward, right? Because now his arm is blocking that, right? Makes sense? I can't bring my hip forward because he's grabbing it. Okay, so here's what we do now. Now I put all my weight on his back right here with my hand. Okay? I posture up nice and tall. You don't got to go all the way up, but as high as you need to swing your leg all the way around. Okay? So I posture up, put all my weight down on his shoulders so that he can't just come up with me, right? And it's got to be relatively quickly, but we do it slowly to start. So we're here. I'm going to swing my leg all the way around until it goes behind his head right here. Okay? Now my free hand, I don't want to over-rotate. Because now I need to get this underhook right here. So I just want to swing this leg around, but I'm still staying facing the same direction. I'm going to let go of the lapel a little bit because I feel like it's getting tight. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to shoot this underhook as I shoulder roll right here. Okay, my main goal is to get this hand behind his head. Now I push with the hand behind his head, and I pull on the choking arm. Okay? This is mainly just a connection. Okay? If I don't have any grip, he's going to just circle into me. Just turn into me. Boom. Alright, so really this underhook is just keeping him from being able to spin. So if I can't get the hand behind the head, as long as I keep just like a meat hook on his shoulder, just preventing him from turning back into me. That's really all it is. But if you can get the hand behind the head, it adds just that extra layer of counter force. Yeah, we can do it from this angle. Okay. So we're here. All right. I get my first grip. Cool. And whatever reason I feel like this variation is necessary, and maybe he's blocking that arm and he grabs that. Right? So there we go. He's blocking this secondary arm and he's grabbing that post leg. So now I can't do either one of those first two chokes because I need to get my hip forward. Okay. So now I come here. Boom, swing, catch. Again, I can just hook his shoulder. Yeah. See. All right. Thank you. You good? You okay?
Almost lights out.
It almost lights out. Don't be afraid. Yeah, I know. Don't be afraid. Sorry, Curtis. Don't be afraid to tap before you think somebody's done with the choke. Let them know, like, hey, it's getting tight really quick.
I'm not
they can let it go.
It's not even like.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
I don't even
take a break.
I'm like.
Rachi, can I borrow Rachi? Yeah, give you a break. It happens. Believe me, I've been that guy getting the move demonstrated on, and that's the thing with these collar chokes. Like, you don't feel like you're choking somebody, right? There's such an extreme pressure on the carotid artery. You don't feel like you're choking them, but if they're not saying, hey, like, you put somebody out, and you watch videos all the time. You watch instructions all the time. You know what I mean? Put out, out cold videos or whatever. You type it in YouTube, but you can find them. They're funny, but so just don't be afraid to tap to your partner even before you think you should, right? Especially with collar chokes. Like, oh, he isn't fully into the move yet. Especially when you're doing it as being an instructor, because you have to stop and explain little details, and you forget sometimes that, oh, I'm actually choking him. So my apologies, Curtis.
No, bro. You're absolutely.
That's good film. That's good film. That's good film. All right. So I'll do it quicker. So here we grab. Okay. Again. Boom. Boom. Catch. Right there. Woo. So we'll slow it down a little bit. Now when I slow it down, what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to loosen up on that collar choke. That's all. So I'm here. I'm going to loosen up on the choking hand. Okay? So again, he's blocking the secondary arm. Maybe he's grabbing this leg. Maybe he's doing both. Right? Maybe we're in this position right here. Yeah. See? So he's got that arm from getting, and he's got this leg. So I'll come up here. Boom. Swing the leg over, and then roll. Right here. Behind the head if I can. If not, just hug the shoulder, just preventing him from circling back into me. Pull on the lapel and use the knee as counterforce. If I don't have the hand behind the head, I just use my knee behind his head as the counterforce. Okay? Last time. Right here. Perfect. So we're here. Boom. I get the lapel, first one. He's blocking the second one. I come through, swing, catch. There's the choke. Okay. All right. So nice and slow. Right. Be aware of our partner tap. Early. Okay. If you have to, it's okay. Reset. No big deal.
It's always one eye.
Okay. All right. Any questions? All right. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, Curtis.
No, that's all right.